My name is Amit Chowdhury. I'm a student at Sharon High School, and welcome to the 200s Hallway, otherwise known as the Language Hallway here at Sharon High School. Going into 9th grade, students will have the opportunity to choose one of 4 languages offered here at Sharon High School: Spanish, Mandarin Chinese, Latin, and French. Students can also choose to take ASL in their junior and senior years of high school. The majority of 8th graders will go into a level 2 course, and they can choose between standard and honors. We recommend that your child choose the course that is recommended by their 8th grade language teacher. Students with little or no previous world language experience, or those choosing to switch their language, may choose from French, Spanish, Chinese, and Latin. Now let's hear from students about their personal experiences when taking world languages here at Sharon High School. Why do you like Spanish, or why did you decide to take Spanish in high school?
I decided to take Spanish starting middle school because I really have passion for the language and I want to be fluent because I think it will help me out in the future.
I took Spanish at the end of middle school because I knew I wanted to improve my skills in Spanish and be able to be as fluent as I could in one language rather than switching. Also, the teachers are so great, the environment in classrooms is awesome, and I love learning with my peers like you, Kuho. Awesome!
I continued taking French because the class is really educational, and I think that we learn a lot not only about the language but also about the actual country and the culture there and all the Francophone countries. And the teachers make it so that they want you to make mistakes, and it's really comfortable to make mistakes, and that's like, of course, how you learn best. The other thing is French is such a global language. It's like on every continent is what we like always say, and also there's so many dialects of it and so many variations, and so it's just really something you would come across everywhere, and I think it's really useful in that sense.
We've gone from learning the language to now learning in the language, where we're like studying French culture but we're studying it in French, and we just kind of passively pick up the language, and I think that's a really nice aspect of it.
There's really not another class that explores such a variety of topics, both about French and Francophone culture as well as our own, through the lens of a language, but also everything from the humanities, the social sciences, in such a broad lens that really just brings together a lot of the learning you do in other classes while giving you a really comfortable social and learning environment in which to practice the target language. Over my 4 years here, it's definitely just been every single French teacher I've had has done so much to encourage a really positive classroom community, a really safe community in which you feel comfortable practicing speaking in the language, and really a class that does cater both to our interests and then also to what we're struggling with and what we need to improve on. So a really dynamic classroom that gives so many opportunities for learning and collaboration.
I love taking French because it is a really interesting way of thinking, and like learning a new language is really helpful for communication skills in all sorts of areas of life. I have had really good teachers in French in this school, and they've really helped me love the language and stay with it.
I've had an amazing experience taking Chinese in middle school and continuing in the high school because it's such a small group that, you really get to know your classmates year to year, and the teacher stays the same, so you also get to really develop a relationship with your teacher and they get to know you, and this is really helpful. And yeah, I think with any language, learning it helps you get to know more people and be able to interact with more people and just be a global citizen.
I chose Chinese because it seemed like really interesting, and it's not at all similar to English, so it's like a good learning experience.
I chose Chinese because it seemed unique, and my sister did it, so
it just seemed like interesting. There's not any English characters, so yeah.
Why did you choose ASL?
Because I thought that in my career that I want to go into as nursing, that it would help me, and I was also interested in how people can communicate without using physical words and stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to learn how to communicate with more people. I had originally started taking Spanish freshman and sophomore year, but I didn't really like it too much, and I didn't think I was learning very much, and so I wanted to try out ASL to learn how to communicate with other people.
I chose it because actually one of my cousins is deaf, so I thought it would be a good choice to be able to communicate with him, and my other friends, some of my friends, their parents are deaf, so it was just a good language to take for me.
So American Sign Language is one of the 4th most popular languages in the United States. And as it becomes more popular and accepted as a world language credit, many colleges are recognizing American Sign Language as well. And I always thank my students when they choose to take American Sign Language, because they're choosing to bridge the gap between another culture, which is deaf and hearing, and all of those connections can help people have really rich and fulfilling experiences. So thank you for your interest in ASL.
Why did you choose to take Latin?
Well, I was in 8th grade, right? And I was like, okay, I mean, French is kind of cool because I was taking French at the time, but Latin is really good for college, and you can take a college course in senior year. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
There's also a UMass course that it's a partnership again with UMass College, where you can get 3 college credits for taking it. You do have to pay to get the 3 college credits, but you can also take the class, not pay and not get the college credits. So it's Latin 4. It's just partnered with UMass, and they take some of the course material and they teach it here, and it sounds pretty cool. So yeah.
Perfect.
I chose Latin because in 8th grade, well, I'm a huge mythology fan, and you get to learn more about that. And also, in 8th grade, I took Spanish, and I really just wanted to learn all the languages, like an expansion of them, and I couldn't learn all of them. But Latin is the root language for a lot of different languages, and it was interesting, so I took it.